Hello there, and welcome to something a little bit different for the channel here, because for the first time I present to you a experiment. I've taken this database which starts in August 1996 and I've simulated it to January 2000. If this is successful, this simulation will continue all the way up to 2021, hopefully. Who knows? But we're going to have a quick look around here. But there's going to be no editing in this video. Well, hopefully not. But we're just going to have a look and see how the AI would have handled the Attitude Era. And the first thing I'm noticing is in 1999, Mick Foley won Wrestler of the Year. I've got some emails which is telling me that USWA and AWF are out of business. Okay. Pretty simple stuff. So let's go through the end of year awards for the last 3 years. So 96, 7, 8 and 9 are all in this save. And I'm looking at that and I'm seeing 2 Shawn Michaels, a Bret Hart and a Mick Foley. Nothing surprising yet. And now we're seeing things which are surprising as I go on to Tag Team of the Year. In 96, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders. Yeah, 96 was their year, it makes sense. 97 though, Tag Team of the Year was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. What? Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, 98, again, it's one which kind of makes sense. But Bret Hart and Hunter Hearst Helmsley in 99? Firstly, that means Bret's still in the WWF in 99. And secondly, Triple H has never turned to Triple H. So he's still Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Although it's a question of, has he ever been Hunter? Is the Triple H was won by Rey Mysterio 3 times before Kentaro Shiga won it this year. Veteran wrestler has been shared between Savage and Flair. Well, female wrestler of the year has been dominated by Manami Toyota. Independent wrestler of the year, Raven, Hokuto, Hayabusa, and the great Sasuke. Company of the year, the first 2 years WCW had it, and then WWF won it in the last 2 years, which that is pretty much what happened in real life. 6 and 7 went to WCW, 8 and 9 went to WWF. Most improved company of the year, Michinoku Pro and 2 ECW votes, which means over the last 2 years ECW's improved a lot. So let's have a look at these matches of the year. In 96, the match of the year saw Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart defeat Steve Austin and Mankind on Raw for a 99 rating. Hold up, that's phenomenal. 97, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart again, this time against Owen Hart and Psycho Sid of Camp Cornette. 100 rating on Raw. Psycho Sid defeats Shawn Michaels and Mankind at In Your House 33. Because when this mod started, they were only doing In Your House shows, so they probably haven't changed from that. Gets a 100 rating. And Shawn Michaels defeats Sting at WCW Full Brawl. So Shawn Michaels has left WWF. The card of the year, In Your House won in 96, 2 years for King of the Ring, and then in 99 it was won by the Champion Carnival Final from All Japan. Not bad. Managers of the year, Sherry Martel, Francine, Terry Reynolds and Rick Rude. Announcers of the year, Wakabayashi and 3 for Jim Ross. Commentators of the year, Heenan, Rhodes, Michael P.S. Hayes and Rhodes again. Ted Tanabe won 4 referees of the years. So they're the overall awards. And now, well, since Starcade is the biggest show of the year for WCW, and it was last night, let's have a look at what happened. So I'm looking at this and I'm straight away seeing that the main event, sees Sting defeating Shawn Michaels and Lex Luger for the WCW World Heavyweight title. And it is Crow Sting. He's moved to Crow. Luger was the weak link in this match by a long way because everyone else was perfect. Any other big things which stand out to me? No, but what we're going to do is we're going to go through the companies, the big companies. So we're going to look at All Japan, ECW, New Japan, WCW and WWF. Starting with the smaller one. I'll see CMLL of the 5th actually. But the smallest is ECW. Let's see what are their titles like. So we've got Bobby Fulton, the television champion. World champion is the Sandman. And the world title is Tazan Miguel Perez. God. Let's have a quick look. What's the ECW roster looking like? 8 Ball. Oh, I'm just going to scroll through this. See if there's any. David Finley's in ECW. The Headhunters. Oh, Jeff Hardy. And both Hardys, actually. Matt Hardy's there as well. So both the Hardys never got past ECW. Heyman, Sabu, RVD still there. Ricky Steamboat. He doesn't wrestle. He's a road agent, so yeah. Vader is a wrestler for ECW. Doesn't have a picture, it seems, though. To be fair, it's a pretty good roster for the 3rd show. Because this is by far the 3rd show out of the big 3 in America. We'll go through Japan next. As All Japan. So look at their roster. Chris Benoit, Johnny Ace, Keiji Muto, Kenta Kobashi, Mizawa still. Marufuji's turned up. Oh, that's interesting. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see some of the young stars that are spawning into the world now. Rob Van Dam's in All Japan. Steve Williams is still there. The Patriot has gone to All Japan. Surely that's a heel character in Japan. No, Yuki Sano. And let's see who's their champions at the moment. Sano Arashi. Kawada is the Triple Crown championess. Oh look, who else has held that championship since this series started? So Kobashi was the champion at Save, then he lost it to Kawada, lost it to Mizawa, who lost it back to Kawada. Not bad. New Japan. New Japan, looking at Inoki is still going, and he's still a major star. How popular is this guy in Japan at this point? Only in the 80s, so he has shown some restraint in his booking. Dick Togo. We're looking at Hiroshi Tanahashi has popped up. That's not the right Shibata. We're looking at Genzo Suzuki, Men's Taui, Yuji Nagata's still going strong. He's only 31 at this point. And he's the heavyweight champion. Let's have a look at the title. It's because obviously New Japan likes its long title reigns. We know that. Junior heavyweight champion is El Samurai, who has held this belt for 828 days and only defended it 7 times. What the hell? He hasn't defended this belt since 1997. What's gone on here? Yuji Nagata. So Hashimoto was the champion at the start of the save. He lost to Muta. He lost to Chono, who lost it to Nagata, who's held it for 213 days. Nagami and Iizuka as the tag champs, and the G1 Climax is won twice by Inoki in the late 90s, and Tenzan and Chono picked up the other victories. And now the big two companies. Number 2 currently is WCW. So let's have a look and see what their roster is looking like. Too Cold Scorpio, Booker T, Brian Lee, Jericho they've still got. Hogan is still going. And still very over. What's his match history at this point? He's lost 5 times in this entire save. Hulk Hogan has only lost 5 times. And I can already see one of those was a battle royal. John Tenta, Johnny Bad, still in WCW, I think. I don't know if he ever did go to WWF. Obviously, the big one which we have to think about is Shawn Michaels in World Championship Wrestling. And okay, no, he was hired before it was a steal. See, Vicious, Sting, Six is still here. And in the year 2000, the Warrior is still with WCW. Have they made the same mistakes as their real-life counterparts? Well, let's have a look. United States Champion is Earl Robert Eaton. He has travelled around a lot. Ric Flair, Duggan, Jeff Jarrett. They had Jarrett for a bit. Bam Bam Bigelow, Six, Bigelow again, Sullivan, Tito Santana, Greg Valentine, Johnny B. Bad, and then Earl Robert Eaton. Okay, no one disastrous for that title's popped out. Cruiserweights. Mysterio held it, and then Six. Eddie Guerrero has held it 3 times, and Six has also held it 3 times. They've kind of shared it for the last 3 years. And then this guy, Chill, has now got it. Do I know who this guy is? No. I have absolutely no idea who this guy is. I know he had a long feud with Eddie before he finally won the title from that Starcade. Wow, long-term storyline telling from the AI. Not too bad. I don't know who he is though. The World Heavyweight Champion is obviously currently Sting. We saw that. But let's see, who has held it since this started? The Giant held it until June 97. Scott Hall held it till Starcade, where he lost it to the Warrior. Oh no. WCW, oh no. Warrior lost it back to Hall, who held it until Starcade again before losing it back to the Warrior, who lost it in August again to Shawn Michaels, who held it to Starcade again and lost it to Sting. Big thing I've got to mention is no Hogan. The Nasty Boys are still fighting for the tag championships in 2000. Well, 99 technically. It's gone around quite a few times, from like Harlem Heat, the Blue Bloods, Six and Greg Valentine, Meng and the Barbarian, Vicious and Luger. Some good, weird teams. Gotta love WCW. And the TV title been held twice by Road Warrior Animal. Big Bubba Rogers held it. Arn Anderson held it in 99. Which means Arn is still wrestling in 99. And Barry Windham now holds it. God. Well, I guess the final company to look at is WWF. We'll go through their roster first. Okay. So we see Bret Hart is still their top. It's one of their top stars. They've got DDP. Interesting. Farouk Assad. He never got out of the Farouk Assad gimmick. Oh, poor him. Freddie Joe Floyd, Tracy Smothers. God. King Kong Bundy is still going. Owen Hart. Leaf Cassidy is still Leaf Cassidy. Rey Mysterio Jr. Oh no, Rocky. Oh, that's the sad one. Rocky Maivia. Still with 28 pop. Austin, however, has 95. Undertaker, 95. They seem to be the big names. Yokozuna, still going. Let's have a look. Who are their champions? Intercontinental champion, we're looking at Ahmed Johnson, who's won King of the Ring. Michaels won it in 97, Austin won it for the second time in 98, and Ahmed Johnson in 99. Rumble, Shawn Michaels won it again in 97, and Bret Hart has won it twice. God. The World Heavyweight Championship is currently held by Mankind. Oh. Mankind, and it was just like... That's not bad. Who else has held it since it started? So start with Michaels. He dropped it to Sid, who dropped it to Hart. Who dropped it to Austin. Who dropped it to Michaels, who dropped it to Sid, who dropped it to Austin, Hart, and then Mankind again. And the tag champions is currently being held by Marty Jannetty and Leif Cassidy. It's pretty much been shared between 3 teams this entire time. The New Rockers, the Godwins, and the Smoking Guns. As in, genuinely, there's been no other team which has held it. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to pause the recording here, because I'm going to go and have... Actually, no, let's have a look at some of the young stars. We won't pause. We'll do it on screen. We'll have a look. Who is younger than 20... Actually, no, the easiest way to do it... I see a few names there. But if I do Max Spears is Pro 4, I'll see all the people who have popped up throughout this save. First up, AJ Styles. How are you doing, AJ? Haven't had a match yet. Okay, great start. Lita. Haven't had a match in over a year. Okay, again. Goldberg. What are you doing, Goldberg? You left WCW. Okay, and you've lost 59 times. Wow. This is just sad. Brian Jackson, come on, give me some good news, Brian. You've had 1 match in December 99. When did you enter wrestling, though? November 99. Okay, I can accept that. He's only just entered. He's a rookie. Charlie Haas is still here. Chris Hero, what are you doing? You've had 1 year of experience, and in that 1 year, you've had 3 matches. Well done. Christian Cage. That's what you done, Christian. Not had a single match. How long? Oh God, this isn't great. CM Punk. Come on, give me please. 3 matches in 6 months. Oh dear. Oh dear, this isn't looking good for this new generation. Batista, come on, Batista, give me some good news. Okay, Batista's had a few matches, including Kurt Angle in one of those matches. David San Martino in a few of them. We'll keep going through. Ed Ferreira, Eddie Colon, El Hijo de Fantasma, Eric Young. What are you? You've had 1 year of experience and you haven't wrestled yet. Okay. Guessing you're still training officially. Eve, which is Dakota Kai. No, it's not. Yeah, no, that is Oh, is it Dakota Kai? I'm not sure. No, that wouldn't be Dakota Kai. No, it'd be other Eve, wouldn't it? Yeah. EV is Dakota Kai. Fergal Devitt. Come on, Finn. Prince hasn't had a match yet. Giant Silver. Hiroshi Tanahashi. Come on. I know you've done something at least because you're with New Japan. And you have. Who have you beaten? You've won a few tag matches. Have you won any singles matches, though? No, all your 3 wins have been tag matches. Good, well done, though, for getting actually some matches, which, according to this, has been quite difficult for this new crop of talent. Jeff Hardy, we know, has been to ECW, and he still works in Omega, and this boy has had a lot of matches. He's only won 8, though. God, Jeff. This entire time, you've only won 8 matches. This isn't China. God. How many matches you had? 8. You've never been signed by anyone, it seems. Oh, wait, no, you clearly have been signed. You're signed by WCW, WC now. The Coachman's here. Justin Roberts has entered the world. Oh, no, it's Ken Anderson. Mr. Anderson. He's lost a lot. 5 times, to be precise, actually. Chemo, Kurt Angle. This is a big con, surely. Kurt Angle, surely you've at least been in a big promotion. No, he hasn't. He's been in Omega this entire time. Kurt Angle hasn't made it. That's shocking. Lance Cade, it's only 19 still. Oh God, Mark Henry, have you done anything in this time? You have. Yes, you've been in WWF. You've been very busy in WWF as well. What was your first, when did you debut for WWF? August 96. Were you actually in the game at the start? Okay, yeah, you were in the game at the start and you've lost 141 times with an average of 55. Jesus, Mark. I know you were green during this time, but still. 4 years into the save, you should be doing better than that. Mickey James. Mickey James has not had a match yet either. God damn it. Natty Neidhart, have you done anything? No, but you've literally only just debuted today, so I'm going to let you off for that one. Nigel McGuinness? Oh, that's a match I want to see. Big Man Pondo, Bobby Bradley and Loki versus CM Punk, Nigel McGuinness and Christopher Daniels. Oh, that actually does sound pretty good. Paul White, the Giant, was already in WCW at the time and has been over ever since. Pete Gas. PJ Black is, of course, Justin Gabriel, I think. Hasn't wrestled though yet. Let's hope, if there's a part 2, these guys have actually wrestled. Robert Roode. Have you wrestled? No, but how long have you been? You've been in for 2 years and you haven't wrestled a match. You're in a tag team. That doesn't make sense, Robert. Rocky Maivia, the sad story, we know that. Rocky Romero, 17, jeez. R-Truth. You're in Omega, it seems. And yeah, you know, he's been a jobber in Omega. He's lost all 21 matches he's had, including teaming with the Hardy Boyz. Samoa Joe. He's not been employed by anyone, so unless he's worked the Indies, this isn't going to be good. It's not good. Sean Morley. God, Val Venus. Edge. Edge, please. Don't Edge just let me down. We don't know him. The Shane McMahon is a non-wrestler. And he also just never went to WWF. Love that. Stephanie McMahon, Steve McMichaels, Sin, TJP is 15. When did he enter? In August 99. Wow, he did enter young apparently. Tiger Mask 4. Not bad. Tyson Kidd. 95 graduate? Gee, so he was in the game at the start. Ishii is entered. And he's a 5-time FMW Junior Heavyweight Champion. Okay, we finally have something. He's still had a positive win-loss record though, but he's been a champion 5 times. He's the first person to have been promising. Tori Wilson of WCW. And she's now in WWC, which, WWC is developmental for WCW. When did they buy that? I'll have to have a look at that. I might have a look at that quickly afterwards. Trish, no one's employed her. Yoshinobu Kanemaru is currently with New Japan. He's been with a few companies though, so you know what? That's alright. As we come to the bottom of the list. Oh dear. We know the World Wrestling Council is owned by WCW now, right? Yes. WCW, they have a developmental deal, which gets the question, what's their roster looking like? It's going to be quite a lot of young people, surely. Chuck Palumbo, Elix Skipper, Ernest the Cat Miller, Goldberg, Joni Laura, Lodi, Mercedes Martinez, is that... Wait. No, it's Makala Martinez, it's Jillian Hall. That's confusing. Rena Mero, Scott Armstrong, Sherry Martel, God. And Young Yang, which is Jimmy Yang. Well, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. Because, you know, that's the only way I can see if you're enjoying these. And if there's anything else I missed, let me know in the comments and I'll quickly have a look for you. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.